Welcome back to the Bad Influence Podcast, Relationship Wednesday, where we tell you the truth about relationships. I'm the bad influence that you need in your life. Yours truly, Bjordan Banderas. If you're tired of tiptoeing around the future with your partner, listen up, because shared goals are not just a nice idea. They're the lifeblood of a thriving relationship. Let's face it. Couples drift apart every single day, not because they don't love each other, but because they never bother to talk about what they truly want in life and in the relationship. And if you can't align on your relationship goals, you risk becoming roommates instead of soulmates. There was a time my wife and I were merely coexisting, paying bills, going through the motions, barely discussing our dreams. We didn't know we were drifting until tension flared. This happens when you're living together but not really living together. When you're physically present but emotionally distant. One honest conversation changed everything. Feel that knot in your stomach? Good. Because that's your subconscious telling you you're missing something vital. It's your body's way of signaling that there's a communication gap, a missing piece in your relationship puzzle. Because here's the thing. Shared goals communicate. We're in this together. We're a team. We are going to work like a team. You're my teammate. Without them, your mind spirals into doubt and confusion, eroding trust and intimacy. In my case, we had to confront a harsh truth. We were assuming instead of asking. I thought she also automatically wanted what I wanted, a house in the suburbs, a cushy savings account. But she had other dreams. That revelation was both scary and liberating. It was empowering to know that we could change our situation by simply talking. Most couples avoid these conversations because they fear conflict or believe, and this is true, they'll jinx it if they speak it out loud. And let me tell you this right now. That's bullshit. Because avoidance kills more relationships than any spoken truth ever will. When you don't align on your goals, small issues snowball. Tiny misunderstandings erupt into huge fights. You start resenting each other over trivial matters, never realizing the core issue is an unspoken misalignment of priorities. But the main problem for this particular topic today is that society loves cookie cutter relationships, marriage by this age, kids by that age. But guess what? This is what a lot of people don't understand. Not everyone wants the same timeline or the same goals. So stop letting external expectations shape your partnership. One major disagreement with my wife revolved around finances. I wanted to save aggressively for a house. She felt we should travel more before settling down. This was before she got sick. So we were at odds because neither of us had truly expressed how important these dreams were. We finally sat down, no phones, no distractions, and spilled it all. Yes, it was uncomfortable. But that raw honesty set the stage for compromise, which I know it's a word a lot of people don't like, men and women. Some people in the red pill community, they're like, never compromise. Compromise is for the weak. Well, guess what? In a relationship, you need compromise, or the relationship will crumble. In my case, because we compromised, we agreed on a plan that included travel goals and a strategic savings timeline. Not only did we save for a house, we also have taken memorable trips that enrich our bond. It took us longer than expected due to uncontrollable circumstances, but we made it. Working on shared goals changed our entire dynamic. The tension evaporated, replaced by teamwork and excitement for our future. Relationship goals are not just about finances or marriage milestones. They're about emotional intimacy, shared values, and mutual growth. They're the roadmap that keeps you pointed in the same direction. Short-term goals might be setting up weekly date nights or planning a weekend getaway. Long-term goals can be saving for retirement or deciding on starting a family. Both types matter. One keeps you connected now, the other secures your future. For instance, a short-term goal could be to have a date night every Friday, while a long-term goal could be to buy a house in the next 5 years. When you champion each other's personal dreams, you ignite a sense of trust and respect that no external validation can replicate. Supporting their pursuit of a dream job is an investment in the health of your relationship. An aligned couple communicates openly, tackles challenges together, and shares a sense of excitement about what's next. There's a vibe of unity, like you're both building something meaningful. It's a feeling of being on the same page, of truly understanding each other's desires and working towards a shared future. If you don't share your goals, you'll feel unsettled. You argue over money, time, or lifestyle choices. Worse, you start feeling like you're walking separate paths, living parallel lives under one roof. Resentment brews quietly in the background. Misaligned goals fuel bitterness. Over time, that bitterness can kill love faster than any affair. It's like walking across a bridge that's slowly collapsing. If you don't address it, you'll both fall through. And I share this example with you. So let's just say you want to buy a house in the next 5 years, right? You have that in your mind. You haven't expressed it to your partner, your wife, whatever. And she doesn't know. So you're saving money. She sees the money and thinks, this is our money, so I'm going to use it for something else. She starts using it for something else. I don't know, let's say investing, working out, surgeries, whatever, right? Because you didn't tell her what that money was for. She cannot assume that money is for a house if she doesn't know you want to buy a fucking house. So the money starts to dwindle. You see that. You get mad. You're like, I'm working this fucking hard and this person or this woman, whatever, this guy is using all my money for whatever, all this shit. And then you start creating bitterness in your relationship. That bitterness turns to anger and then you snap. And that's what I want you to avoid by doing what I'm talking about. But if you don't know how to start, which is where a lot of people start, like not knowing, start simple. Just ask, what do you see our life looking like in 5 years? Let them talk, really talk, while you listen without interjecting. This isn't about winning an argument. It's about understanding each other. Instead of blaming or demanding, phrase it like, I feel we could say more aggressively. Or I love to explore a different career path. Or I need some money because I want to do this. Especially if you get like boob jobs or mommy makeovers or whatever type of surgery that makes you look better, your partner is going to enjoy the benefits of that. Now, this approach softens defensiveness and fosters better dialogue. Maybe you want to save more while your partner wants more leisure spending. Find a middle ground. The goal is synergy, not dictatorship. When your partner talks, repeat back in your own words what you heard them say. This confirms you're truly understanding them. And that's pure gold in building empathy, which is what a relationship always needs. Create a physical or digital collage representing your shared dreams, travel destinations, dream house, personal achievements. Seeing it daily cements a shared vision. Sit down together and come up with a list of short-term and long-term goals and actionable steps as well. It might sound clinical, but clarity kills confusion. Structure helps you see what you're working towards. So take a moment to write down what you envision for the future, addressed to your partner. Read them out loud together. It's a powerful way to capture emotions and aspirations, unfiltered and direct. Sometimes you need a focused environment to iron out communication snags. A weekend workshop can arm you with game-changing tools and pull you away from daily distractions to refocus on your relationship. Just like a business meets quarterly to track progress, your relationship needs consistent check-ins. Weekly, monthly, pick a frequency, but be intentional. Don't wait until a crisis hits. If an issue pops up, discuss it in your next check-in. Don't let it fester. Quick interventions prevent minor annoyances from turning into major conflicts. Did you reach a savings milestone? Successfully compromise on a big decision? If so, celebrate. Celebrate everything that you guys achieve, because positive reinforcement cements teamwork and shows you value each other's contributions. Clarity on goals fuels a deeper sense of purpose. Suddenly, you're not just sharing a bed, you're sharing a vision. That emotional bond can reignite passion and ramp up daily excitement. Working together on goals forces you to listen, clarify, and collaborate. Skills that bleed over into all areas of your life. You'll find arguments less frequent and more constructive. You're no longer pulling in opposite directions. You're not drifting apart anymore. You become a united front, tackling life's curveballs with less stress and more confidence. That synergy is a relationship superpower. And yes, oh yes, there will be hurdles. Yes, there will be. There will be excuses like we're too busy. And that's a lie we always tell ourselves. But if you can binge a TV series, you can carve out 30 minutes to discuss your relationship's future. Priorities shape reality. So there will be disagreements. That's normal. But healthy conflict is infinitely better than silent resentment. Lean into those tough conversations. They're how you grow. And if you discover that your partner's dream is drastically different from yours, don't panic. Yeah, don't panic. Seek middle ground or professional help, like a counselor, if needed. Adaptation is the hallmark of resilient relationships. Look, if you're not talking about your goals, you're gambling with your relationship's future. So stop living on assumptions and illusions. Step up, set the time, and have that conversation today. Grab a notebook, write down your top 3 relationship goals. Ask your partner to do the same. Sit together and compare. Find common ground. And yes, this might feel awkward, but it's the best investment you'll ever make in your love life. And that's it for today. Share this episode with a friend who's on the brink of drifting apart or simply stuck in complacency. Let's build a global movement of couples who dare to speak, dream, and plan together. Because a strong partnership isn't accidental, it's designed. Now, go out there and make it happen. The choice is yours.